Ladies and gentlemen, it's been one of India's biggest conspiracies. You look back and check whether anybody has had the courage to target a temple of faith the way Dharmasthala was in the last few months. In fact, I wouldn't just say last few months, but there has been a deliberate, calculated attempt to target Dharmasthala. It's one of the most sacred sites for Hindus in India. Many millions of people visit the Manjunath Swamy temple in Dharmasthala. Why was it targeted? Why was it maligned? And who maligned it? We here at Republic TV have been questioning the Maoist media. We here at Republic TV single-handedly demolished the claims of all of these masked men, activists, conspirators, and the Maoist media, which claimed that there were mass burials in Dharmasthala. So to talk about it today, I have someone who's at the heart of the issue. He knows every single detail of what happened, why it happened, and why it's happening. I have with me on republicworld.com Anil Kumar. Now, Anil Kumar is the Director of SKDRDP Trust. Now, you may be wondering, what is this trust? Now, the SKDRDP Trust is the trust run by the Dharmasthala Temple. The Dharmasthala Temple runs one of India's biggest trusts. You can call it the single largest private NGO that works for the people. And there are many private interests that don't want it to succeed. Anil, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
First of all, we question the mass burials. When the story broke, of course, everybody was cautious, wondering what is going on. But as the story progressed, we knew it was a fake story, cooked up story. We knew then that the versions of the other characters, for example, there was a lady called Sujata Bhat. She gained a lot of sympathy, very carefully chosen. She claimed there's nobody called Ananya Bhat. And these so-called activists, Girish Mattanavar, Timmarodi, all of these characters, they came together. Now, I'm asking you a straightforward question. Did they have political support?
I wish to say some of the important things. You look at the things, how they created this campaign. Even this is the biggest campaign next to election campaign. How can it is possible? You know, you take any videos, usually they do all these conspiracies, allegations and fabricated, misleading and these things through all social media platform. Where they plan somebody's to do. You take an example of one AI video of one person.
You're talking about Samir video?
Yeah.
Samir YouTuber?
Yes. Within a short span of time, within a few days, it got viewers to 1.8 million. 1.8 crore watched that.
18 million?
Yeah, 18 million. 1.8 crore.
In one day?
In a few days. Okay. How come it is possible? The moment the video released, hundreds of YouTubers, hundreds of bloggers, immediately they also telecasted, forwarded, amplified. Not only at national level, at international level.
Yeah.
Overnight we observed that, overnight when whole India is sleeping, the viewers increased to millions. How come it is? Definitely from abroad also watching.
Yes.
If it is such a big campaign, that's the one way, there is a big network. Another point, these people, so-called fake activists, they have conducted so many street play, protest. They are doing all these things, so many legal issues are there, legal cases are there against them, but openly they are doing these things. They are not caring any legal system, police, they don't care anyway. How come it is possible? That's the one thing. So I am not telling it is support by political party or whatever it may be. But we have to look in. Here one way they are spending. It is not easy, to create a conspiracy without any evidence. Forget about evidence. That thing has not happened.
Yeah.
But they will take it to the national level. How come it is possible? Yeah. So huge network, huge people, huge alliance. And very, very important, who is funding it?
Yeah.
Who is funding it? Whether anybody from India, if it is so, for what? Or it is from abroad, if it's so, for what? So, another dimensions you can also observe. All these movement is happened over a period of many years.
Yeah.
But except one person, they have not underwent any imprisonment or punishment. Okay. So which means one set of people are free caught. They are doing it again and again. One conspiracy they start first. If it is not working out, then they stop it and go for another conspiracies, another conspiracies, and amplified in social media, take it to that level. So which means there is a big support. I am not telling about it is political or something else, but there is a big support, big network, maybe beyond country, for vested interest.
Okay. Now I'm sticking my neck out and saying this, ladies and gentlemen, on this broadcast right now, we are going to expose the real reason why Dharmasthala was targeted. If you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Telangana, Maharashtra, wherever in the country you are watching this, it is not easy to target a temple. Now, Dharmasthala is to Karnataka what Tirupati is to not just Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, but the entire country. It's no different. But when you have to target a temple, there is a much larger sinister attempt. Let me ask you a question in brass tacks. You run the trust.
Yeah.
How many people are employed by the trust?
43,000 people are working.
How many people do you impact in a year?
See, the SKDRDP run by Temple, Pujya Dr. D. Heggade started this socio-community development project in the year 1982. So today it is directly, indirectly impacting more than 2 crore people in Karnataka.
2 crore people in Karnataka.
2 crore people in Karnataka today is beneficiaries of the SKDRDP project, and SKDRDP is doing these services since last 40 years for upliftment of the poor people, socio-economic development of the farmers, rural women, weaker sections of the people.
Can I come to the brass tacks right now? Why would somebody, why would the Maoist media, why would certain political sections, I am saying political sections because we have some information, that why would certain political sections, why would the Maoist media, why would these fake activists, they are the same activists who target Dharmasthala every year.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Why would they target the trust? What is their interest in targeting the trust, targeting the temple?
Yeah. Targeting the temple, this is, everybody knows and it's a general talk today, because Dharmasthala is a spinal cord of Hindutva. In Karnataka, probably you may aware of this, people will not even use the word, they don't utter the word Dharmasthala. That's the level of respect. So many disputes, so many issues they solve through the Dharmasthala. People are giving utmost high respect in terms of spiritual, in terms of social, in terms of in their common life. They are giving extreme respect. Hindus are giving extreme respect to Dharmasthala. Dharmasthala Sri Manjunath Swamy, Annappa Swamy, Dharma Devata, Chandranath Swamis. If that belief is going to smash by saying this, all this nuisance, all these rape, murders are happening in the place where you are worshipping at core, then it's definitely, imbalancing the belief and sentimental of Hindutva, Hindus of the Karnataka. Okay. If that being the cases, probably so many vested interested people are there, they plan for something else, alternative. That could be the one reason.
Western people.
Vested interested people.
Vested interest.
Yeah.
Vested interest.
So many things are there that is not fulfilled in Karnataka state. Probably Dharmasthala may be against for their project. That could be the one reason.
Who are these vested interests?
There are many people, you know very well who is the vested interest
political
against the Hindutva.
Okay, political people.
See, we cannot say it's a political people, but of course there is a big network. Once again I am telling, there is a big network, big alliances and group of same vested interested people aligned together, and it is a kind of group attempt.
Yeah.
It's a kind of team attempt. That is what they could take these conspiracies to the national level without any evidence, without any things happened.
Okay, I just want to pause you in this minute right now and tell our viewers just another aspect of what has happened in Dharmasthala. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the last few years, they have used a case, I'm not talking about the last 2-3 months, but last few years, they've used a case called the Sowjanya case. Now, if you read up on it, they've used the Sowjanya case to target Dharmasthala. And even when you go back and read the characters involved in that movement, you will not be surprised to find the same characters who are now being raided, questioned, arrested by the police, being involved even then. The same fake activists are today also involved in this plot where they claimed mass burial. So imagine, today in India, you have a masked man carrying a skull to the police, it becomes a global headline. I remember reading the headlines in Al Jazeera, in BBC, across sections of the Western media, which are, by the way, the same people who pick up anything anti-India, anti-Hindu. And they were the first ones to put out headlines to say, temple faces mass rape charge. And imagine that headline when they're attacking Hinduism at its core, right?
Yeah.
What are you now going to do about it? Because the same people have gone on with this for many years, right?
Yes. Actually, we have taken all legal action against them. Our legal team worked a lot. So many injunction orders are there. Contempt of injunction orders are there. One got imprisonment. The coach, who is a master brain for all this attempt, even he went for imprisonment and he now released, and now he is doing the same thing. And all other people who all are under legal process, probably shortly they are going to get a punitive actions from the legal system. We hope for that. At the same time, today, you know very well, SIT is probing it and so many truths are coming out. All these fabricated stories are coming out. Now it's the right time. The whole people, millions of Karnataka people are demanding for a strong, another alternative probe against those people who have done all these conspiracies and all this teamwork is there in the background. Today, SIT is unmasking a masked man. There are so many masked men behind it.
You're saying there are masked people behind the mask?
Yeah. And definitely somebody has to unmask those people.
Why don't you come straight to the point? You want an ED probe, a CBI probe, an NIA probe?
Definitely, if it is required to unmask those people, if that network is in that level, because I mentioned about what's a financial trial for this. Such a huge spending. Who is spending for this? For what? From where it is coming? So if it is, there is another SIT for this, it's good, welcome for this SIT also, Dharmasthala welcome, because Dharmasthala always open for any investigation. This is truth. This is a partial. Another truth is that, the people who did, now it is coming out. So it should not be left there only. They also to go all this deep investigation process, probably another alternative SIT may constitute, or this SIT, we respect this SIT and officials of this SIT. Or if it is required higher level, if it is beyond international level, definitely other agencies, authorities, competent authorities required. That may be whatever the mentions, central level, whatever the level investigations required, definitely it is required. More important, Dharmasthala is always truth, such a transparent system. It is never ever going to damage or smash by any this kind of people. Today also Dharmasthala strong. Puja Dr. D. Veerendra Heggade ji today is also respected by whole nation. What about other institution and temple? If this kind of people started doing this kind of attempt to destroy sentimental belief system of Hindus or good work of some NGOs, trust, where is the question of civilization, continuation of the civilization?
Can I ask you something? Are you also suspecting or have any proof that money came from outside of India?
I think we don't have, and we are not the persons. I think investigation agency to probe it, because this is...
You suspect it came from outside?
Generally we may suspect, because that's much of huge fund, how it will come. It may from India or abroad, we don't know, but huge fund definitely involved in these activities. I said, it is next to big election campaign. How can these conspiracies without any evidence is taking to the national level, international level? And how many medias, how many numbers of YouTubers, bloggers, and numbers of, though people are not responding, they do all protest, street plays and all other things. In a program, they place thousands of banners. They are going there. Another very important thing, people who are giving this legal consultants, legal services, big advocate team is there. You know what is their professional charges? Highly expensive legal system they are having, highly expensive, other all kind of services they are having. They are running across countries for this network and spreading news and this kind of conspiracies. And the big media network, you call it moist media or whatever it may be, spending is there.
I'll come straight to that point because I got information that certain sections of media were also paid off. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We were told that media houses were paid to play this story up in a very big way by a few activists / political linked leaders. Politically linked activists / leaders and a few fake activists came together and they identified certain media houses, right? And these are the same media houses. I'll also tell our viewers, viewers go and Google Dharmasthala mass burial and you will get a hint of the media that was in bed with the fake activists and the vested interests who targeted Dharmasthala. Just go and do that exercise and it will unravel. We were told that media houses were paid money. Obviously, they won't show it on paper. They will say it's for some other project, etc. Right? But media houses were paid. The intensity with which, and I have to confess, when you said that a lot of people from overseas also responded to this, I actually got a message from somebody living in America saying, why aren't you covering this? Why aren't you covering this? So we were wondering what is going on, right? So it appears to be very well orchestrated, very well planned.
Of course, that is what I said. How come a AI generated video, if any live incident happened, if you capture, how many thousands will watch? How many lakhs it will go? If a AI generated video without any evidence, simply one video clip, if it is reaching crores in a very short span of time through so many multi-layers of bloggers, YouTubers at one shot, definitely it's a plan, no? It's a general common sense that it may be a plan. How come it is? Then organized plan could be there. So much trials could be there. So this all things definitely should come out only if there is a such kind of investigation from a proper authority. That is what whole Karnataka is demanding.
Okay. So what happens next in this case? I mean, everyone has confessed. The masked man has confessed. The old lady is confessed. Sujata Bhat has confessed. She never had a daughter called Anil. But can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, there were headlines saying that there is this lady, her daughter went missing. Her daughter was in the CBI or she was in the CBI. Her daughter was raped, murdered, went missing, buried in Dharmasthala. And it was Republic Kannada, in fact, that brought her on a stage in an interview and we exposed her. She admitted, she cried, she broke down and she said, I'm sorry, I lied. And this went on. And everybody was made to believe that rapes happened, murders happened, and women were buried in a temple town. And they had the courage to go into a temple, dig a temple. They went to Gomateshwara statue, right?
Yeah.
And they dug an area only because a masked man who was a pathological liar, by the way, he was from Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
How did he come from Tamil Nadu to Dharmasthala? Why did he come? Did he ever work with the Dharmasthala Trust?
See, in the initial stage, since he was a masked person, he claimed that he worked in Dharmasthala. Dharmasthala earlier, used to engage some scavenger works.
Right.
We don't know who will come and go then, all other things. But what is he is claiming? And all that lies and stupid things which is directed by somebody else is the part of story. And straight away, suddenly, one story they created with one skull, they come from where that skull is there, that's a different story. But here the point is that the daughter is nowhere, no daughter is there for that lady Sujata, but she claimed, I have daughter. Such a stupid lie they are telling against Dharmasthala, and they are taking this to national level.
Yeah.
See, how can be such a stupid lie is taking to the national level means the attempt and the effort and the team working behind is not simple.
Yes.
That is what our submission.
I'm sticking my neck out and saying that there could be political interests involved in this. Is my sense. There could be political interest. I know you may not want to get political because you're a trust.
Yeah.
And you have to work with different state governments, and I respect that. But we suspect that there could be political links. There could be political leaders. And I dare say, ladies and gentlemen, In this story, the fake activists, the characters like this masked man and this lady Sujata Bhat, they were brought to Delhi by fake activists and they allegedly met a lawyer, a top lawyer, and they allegedly met an MP. I'm not saying which party, I'm not hazarding a guess. But the story is, and we will get to know in a few days from now, when the story unravels, the meeting happened in Delhi. Was it a political leader from an opposition party? We don't know. Was it a top lawyer? Who's the top lawyer? And who are the real masters in this? The story is going to get more and more interesting. Anil, I thank you for joining us only because I'm running short of time. I'm leaving it here, but the story is going to get bigger. The money trail, they say the picture abhi baki hai. And finally, they say karma catches up.
Yes.
Right? They try to target
right.
not just Hindus, Hinduism, but one of the most sacred sites in India. So let's see where the story goes. And we here at Republic TV will get you every breaking news update first. Thanks for watching.